Just minutes ago, a powerful winter storm shut down airports in the Northeast, buried highways under snow, and triggered flooding in California. Flights canceled, roads closed, and emergency crews on high alert across the United States. A powerful winter storm system has impacted multiple regions of the United States at the same time, creating widespread disruption across the Northeast, New York, and California.
What are the lights on that one?
According to the National Weather Service, this system combines heavy moisture with sharply colder air, resulting in snowfall, flooding, dangerous travel conditions, and significant strain on transportation infrastructure during a peak winter period. Authorities across several states issued advisories and warnings as conditions deteriorated rapidly, urging the public to avoid unnecessary travel. In the Northeast and New York region, snowfall intensified quickly, reducing visibility and creating hazardous road conditions. State transportation departments reported numerous traffic accidents linked to icy roads and low visibility, particularly on major highways and commuter routes. Snow accumulation exceeded forecast expectations in some areas, forcing road crews to operate continuously to keep lanes open. Despite these efforts, traffic slowed significantly, and some secondary roads became impassable for extended periods. Air travel was heavily affected as well. The Federal Aviation Administration confirmed widespread delays and cancellations at major airports, including Newark Liberty International Airport, LaGuardia JFK, and Boston Logan. Snow removal operations, aircraft de-icing requirements, and reduced runway visibility disrupted normal flight schedules. Hundreds of flights were either canceled or delayed, leaving thousands of passengers stranded inside terminals. Airport officials stated that safety procedures under winter storm conditions require additional time, making prolonged delays unavoidable. Public transit systems across the Northeast also face challenges. Snow and ice buildup cause slower train operations, delays on commuter rail lines, and temporary service suspensions on certain routes. Transit authorities warned riders to expect extended travel times and advised remote work where possible. Emergency services reported an increase in weather-related calls, including vehicle spinouts and minor injuries caused by slips and falls.
Shell gas station, just pull out to the Shell gas station here.
Snowy travel to the east.
Meanwhile, California experienced a different but equally serious set of hazards from the same storm system. In northern and central California, heavy rain fell over already saturated ground, increasing the risk of flooding in low-lying areas. Local emergency management agencies reported rising water levels in creeks and drainage systems, prompting flood advisories and localized evacuations. In some communities, streets were temporarily closed as runoff overwhelmed storm drains.
shit. This is look, the sidewalk's right there.
In Southern California and mountain regions, the storm brought heavy snowfall at higher elevations. Caltrans R reported chain controls and temporary closures along major mountain routes as snow accumulated rapidly. Snowplows worked continuously, but snowfall rates in some areas exceeded clearing capacity. Authorities warned drivers that conditions could change suddenly, with whiteout visibility possible at higher elevations. Motorists were urged to carry chains, emergency supplies, and to avoid mountain travel unless absolutely necessary. Power outages were reported in both California and parts of the Northeast, as strong winds and heavy snow brought down trees and power lines. Utility companies deployed repair crews, but access to damaged areas was sometimes limited by road closures and weather conditions. Emergency shelters were opened in several counties to provide warmth and assistance to residents affected by outages. The National Weather Service emphasized that the storm's intensity was increased by the interaction of multiple atmospheric factors. A strong Pacific moisture plume delivered heavy precipitation to California, while Arctic air pushing southward contributed to freezing conditions and snowfall in the Northeast. This combination created a multi-hazard event, producing snowstorms, flooding, and strong winds across different regions simultaneously. Officials also warned that lingering impacts would continue even after precipitation decreased. In snow-affected regions, refreezing overnight temperatures increased the risk of black ice, particularly on bridges and untreated roads. In California, saturated soils raised concerns about mudslides and debris flows, especially near recent burn scars. Residents in vulnerable areas were advised to remain alert and follow local emergency instructions. Emergency response agencies across the affected states coordinated closely as conditions evolved. Highway patrol units assisted stranded motorists, while search and rescue teams responded to weather-related emergencies. Fire departments and medical services reported increased call volumes, particularly in areas experiencing flooding or prolonged power outages. Authorities reiterated that most winter storm injuries and fatalities occurred due to travel accidents, not direct exposure to weather, underscoring the importance of heeding official warnings. The storm also had economic and logistical consequences. Delivery services faced delays, supply routes were disrupted, and some businesses temporarily closed due to unsafe conditions. Schools and government offices in several districts announced closures or delayed openings. Airlines warned that recovery would take time even after weather conditions improved, as aircraft and crews needed to be repositioned. Meteorologists noted that storms of this nature highlight the increasing variability and intensity of winter weather events. While winter storms are not unusual, the ability of a single system to cause snow emergencies in the Northeast while triggering floods and mountain snow in California reflects a complex and highly dynamic atmospheric setup. Forecast models indicated that additional disturbances could follow, raising concerns about cumulative impacts. Authorities across all affected regions emphasized preparedness. Residents were encouraged to monitor official forecasts, avoid unnecessary travel, keep emergency kits ready, and check on vulnerable neighbors. Transportation departments warned that conditions could change rapidly and that even short trips could become dangerous during peak storm periods. As cleanup and recovery efforts continued, officials stressed that the situation remained fluid. Snow removal, road inspections, power restoration, and flood mitigation operations were ongoing. While major infrastructure systems remained operational, the storm tested emergency response capabilities and public readiness across multiple states at the same time. This winter storm serves as a reminder of how quickly weather conditions can escalate and disrupt daily life on a large scale. From flight cancellations in New York to flooded streets in California, the impacts extended far beyond weather maps, affecting millions of people across the country. Authorities continue to monitor conditions closely as the system moves eastward, urging the public to stay informed and prioritize safety.